SA Express is back in the air. The aircraft was grounded on Wednesday after it faced mounting financial and operational woes. Airports Company South Africa has lifted the suspension of SA Express after the airline made a partial payment of its 71 million rand debt. Well, let's talk more about the embattled airline. We're joined via Skype by Aviation Expert Phutego Mojapele. Phutego, very good evening and thanks very much for your time. Now, we understand that SA Express has paid, yes, as we say, a partial payment of that massive debt, but just looking at just what they had to say a couple of days ago about taking parts from grounded planes, saying safety is really not a concern, although money is tight. Would you get onto an SA Express plane at the moment?
Look, SA Express problems are similar to the ones of South African Airways. You would remember not so long ago, all their aircraft have been grounded by the CAA. Now, these two entities, CAA as well as the Airports Company of South Africa, they all belong into one entity, which is the Department of Transport, and he's the shareholder. The Department of Transport is the shareholder in there. Now, what the problem is here is that there seems to be these entities operating in silos, and you don't seem to be seeing them coming together and agreeing that there is a problem here, which all of us need to resolve as both of us as the government or as shareholders. Now, CAA granted them, citing that there's problems with the aircraft. Technically, there's problems, certifications and all that. There was a problem there. Now you have the issue of AXA saying they have not been paying. Now, clearly, SA Express does not have money, and that is clear. They don't have money. We all know. Now, why do they wait for a very long time and ground the aircrafts without really coming up with an amicable solution? Both of them, the Department of Transport as well as the Express, as a shareholder, intervene. And we are going to continue seeing all these things playing out there.
Yeah, and, you know, we understand. I mean, just last year they were granted a 1.2 billion rand government guarantee to help get through their financial woes. But do you actually see SA Express really digging itself out of this hole?
There is an opportunity for them to come out of these problems that they have. Fundamentally, there is an opportunity for them to come out. All what is needed here is for all parties to come together and address issues from the board level, from the shareholders level, and address all these problems that they have. Putting money into an airline, 1.8 billion that they have put in there, and then immediately after you've put the money, you ground the aircrafts. The very same government, the very same entity that belongs to one government. It doesn't seem to be very logically there. And I think opportunity is there for as long as both parties can come together and agree. AXA belongs to South African government. It's not an international company, and surely they understand the problems that the Express has and SAA and generally the SOEs in South Africa. And grounding the airline, it's really exacerbating the problems. They are not going to recover out of this. They lost revenue for those days that they have been on the ground. They have lost revenue during the time when CAA grounded them. And it's going to be a problem, but there is an opportunity for them to come out of this.
Phutego, very, very quickly for us, the Finance Minister, Tito Mboweni, would apparently like to see SA Express incorporated into SAA and privatized. Do you think that might be a solution?
If you look at most of the airlines around the world, the regional airlines belongs to the national carriers of their own. And I believe SA Express should be incorporated in SAA, and it should be part of it fully. It should not be operated differently from SAA. That would see the bulk of the problems that Express is experiencing being reduced, and you would have an opportunity to have similar management that are running SAA, then running also the regional, which is the Express.
Okay, well, we'll wait and see what happens with SA Express. Thank you very much, aviation expert there, Phutego Mojapele, just giving us some idea of what needs to happen there with SA Express. Well, still